Hello, what's going on everyone? And I just wanted to do a quick video concerning a picture that I've been trying to actually display on this particular page. And if you take a look at my screen right now, you're going to see that I have something like an alt text right here. And this particular place is supposed to basically be an image before the rest of the text that you are actually seeing here. But I have done all of the things that I think I know on how to basically display an image on a web page, but it's actually not showing up. And I've basically had days trying to debug this, okay? And I could not actually do that, but today I actually found out I did just a little trick that was able to expose what I was supposed to could have done before now to be able to have the image displayed on this particular page. And I feel like I needed to actually show you guys that. So this is not like a full-fledged video. I just want to show you how I actually was able to debug the issue and then got the image to display on this page. In case you are experiencing such a thing, you can also do the same thing. So it's basically going to save you quite a lot of hours or days, in finding solution to this. And what happens is that this particular image right now is found in a folder that is actually called the uploads. Okay, this particular uploads folder right here. So everything is in this folder called alac, and then into the new folder. So I wanted to like fetch the image that are actually here. I want to be able to like select an image that is actually peculiar to that particular box that is in the web page, this particular one. Okay, so grabbing onto that was actually kind of a hard for me, and this is what I did in my web page. So first of all, I try to reference to the folder name, which is the folder I just showed you now, called the uploads. And after that, I use my PHP to display the picture onto the particular page, onto that particular page. Okay, so I have a for each loops right here. So that's what I'm actually using this particular variable called the loops. And then in my database, I have a colon that is actually called the pics. So which I'm going to show you right now. So if we go to my database, I'm going to see that I have a colon that is actually called the pics right here. Okay, and the funnest thing is this. So I've done what I have actually done right here is actually the correct thing to do to be able to display that particular image. But no matter what I do, you see that that particular image is actually not showing up in this particular place. No matter how much I refresh, I've done quite a lot of things to be able to do that, but it did not actually happen. And what I found out was that I actually have the type of this particular file to be in blob. Okay, and since it's actually in blob, and what I actually need to do right here was to be sure that I don't actually include this particular folder. Okay, so I needed to have removed this particular folder to be able to grab onto that particular image, and I'm going to prove that to you right now. So if I select this particular line that says pics, and then I go to change, and then I try to change the type right here from blob. If I change this to something like varchar, and let's go ahead and do something like 255 right here to be max, and then I'm going to save this. Okay, so if I go to the browser right now, you're going to see that this particular column called the pics is going to actually display, and it happens to be that that particular column actually uploads the folder name itself before grabbing onto the pictures that we have in here. Okay, so if you take a look at the folder that I showed you right now, this is uploads folder. And then you see that I have profile before these different characters that we have in here, which I'm automatically generating for unique images. Okay, see how that is actually working. So it uploads a folder, and then before uploading the profile picture itself. So that's what I discovered from that particular database. You see that right here. So in order to fetch this now and display it in your web page, it's either I remove this completely from this particular web page. Okay, so I'm going to have to take this away right now and then save. And then if I go back and then refresh my web page, I should be able to grab that particular thing back. Okay, but however, here is what I want to do. I would like to, first of all, first let's refresh this web page right now. And you see that image actually comes into the page. Okay, it comes into the page. So that means that I was able to remove that particular folder. So what that meant is that I have uploads folder right here. I want to bring that uploads back. And if I did not actually remove this, it's going to happen in such a way that it's going to like bring in uploads folder again into the same directory, into this particular line, meaning that I have to go inside upload and then enter into another upload folder to be able to grab onto whatever picture that is actually associated with that particular line of picture right there. Okay, so that is what that is actually proving to us by taking a look at this particular place. Okay, and so the way that I have to actually solve that right now is by removing this particular uploads folder right here. So if I take this away, it means that when it is actually bringing in what is actually in the database, it's going to bring in the full path. So because the full path is actually in the database right now. Okay, so that's just basically what I have just done right now. I want to save this again, and then if I refresh this web page right here, I'm going to notice that the picture still stays. And if I want to like change that back to blob, because I would like to change this back to blob, let's say I want to change that back to blob right now. If I click here and then click on change and then try to change this back to blob. All right, so if we change this to blob right now, and we're going to take away this length because the blob does not actually need length, and I want to go ahead and then click on save. You see that it saves, and if you go to browse, what we now have in here is just blob right here. Okay, and if we refresh the web page right now, you're going to notice that the picture still actually stays. And the reason for that is because that particular folder in here called the upload is actually not there. Okay, so uploads like this is not actually still there. So I added it back just now, and if I refresh, that picture should actually disappear. I see that it disappears. So everything was actually uploaded to the browser. I mean to the database. That's why it was actually denying me that particular picture from being printed to the screen. So I wanted to just like show you guys that if you have such an issue, you can actually toggle that of the the type of the file that you have right here. Okay, just like I did with that of the line of a pics right here, to be able to see what is actually on the database to solve your issue. Okay, so I'm going to take this away, and even though I've changed that to blob, you're going to notice that I'm still going to have that image printed on the screen for me. So that's how I solved that issue. And I know that quite a lot of you guys may be encountering such an error either now or maybe in the future you may encounter that. So we're going to have to use this particular solution to solve that. All right, so thank you guys for actually watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.